Hey guys, this is the Ranting Marauder here, and of course I'm back with a new rant. I haven't made a rant in about 2 to 3 months or whatever. So this time I'm going to be touching on something that I've already talked about a little bit. I've already talked about bandwagoners and why I hate them and so. But this time around I'm going to be talking about people that hate on certain things that are popular, but then the hate for it just ends up into another bandwagon. Just like how people bandwagon on liking shit from like sports to shows to bands and all that. You have the so-called haters, is what many people would say, that will hate on something that's popular in the media or wherever and basically say it's bad despite the fact that they don't really give a shit too much about it. They don't really care, but they force themselves to think that it's bad because they want to look all cool and hip and just trying to stand out, but even though they don't. So bandwagon hating is basically people that will just hate on something popular because it's a thing to do. Technically a bit of a hate-dom is what some people would call it. Because the hate-dom is the opposite of a fandom. It's people that love to just hate shit, while fandoms are people that just love to stand shit. Now, most popular things that people will fucking like bandwagon hate on is basically just typical things such as like Undertale, Five Nights at Freddy's, Steven Universe, anime, furries, and most recently K-pop. Now, I'm just going to say that I'm a huge fan of the genre, and I really don't give a shit if people just tell me how bad it is, or they keep forcing their opinion onto me, saying that it's bad to get me to just not like it, or thinking that their opinion is a fact even though it's what they think. I do think that the genre is good, but it has attracted bandwagon haters. Mostly people that claim that they don't give a shit about K-pop and all that. Because if you don't give a shit about it, then that's fine. You don't care for it. Just like how I don't give a shit about these garbage ass SoundCloud rappers. But you don't see me making 50 posts about why they're horrible and why they're ruining hip hop and all that shit. You don't see me on my Twitter doing this. You've never seen me on Facebook doing this shit. You don't even see me on Instagram or Google Plus. And mainly because I don't fuck with Google Plus anyway, so yeah. But it's just crazy because yes, K-pop is the recent one where everybody's going out of their way to just always just bash everybody that's like 13 or 14 for liking the shit, even though there's fans that are over that age range, including me because I'm 18 now. So they can't just try to make that generalization as if every single white girl on the planet only listens to K-pop because they have some weird Korean fetish, because they're trying to make it weird as if they can't have that fetish. I mean, there's people that have a fetish or they only have a preference for dating a certain race or whatever, and that's fine. But back to these bandwagon hating niggas. Now, they're just so fucking annoying because I don't get what's the point of just trying to hate on something because everybody else is, instead of it being your own opinion. Like, if you do think that anime is bad and you do think that that K-pop and, you know, fucking Steven Universe is shit, if you think that without having to watch a Lily Orchid video that told you that this thing was garbage, or any other YouTuber to tell you that it was garbage, then that's fine, because you didn't need somebody else's opinion to make it, I mean, and then you just make it your own just so you can have an excuse, or just so you can have that leeway to just bash it. Because once again, it's just so unappealing to me to just try to hate shit just because everybody else is. And they do, and especially it's always when it's something popular. Nowadays it's Fortnite, it's TikTok. Well, I already say K-pop, so it's still that. But most of all, the Fortnite one is the most obnoxious to me. It's every single person on the internet. Well, not every single person. Just a big majority of people online that just come together to just make the constant memes about why it's bad and why it sucks and just all this shit. Like, it's just so fucking constant. You even see people that try to bandwagon hate on this shit so much. They try to justify grown men going out of their way to bullying kids for doing the Fortnite dances or trying to just do something evil to them because they're doing a dance they don't like. And they don't realize that this is immature for somebody that's probably 26 years old, and they're saying, oh, kids used to dunk my head in the toilet because I used to play Pokemon and Spyro all the time. Like, so what? You gotta learn when to grow up, grow some balls, and let this shit go. There's more to life than dwelling on some shit from when you were like in the 2nd grade. There was times where I got picked on in the 2nd grade, but you don't see me using that shit as an excuse to just fuck with kids. I've had my friends that used to be into Pokemon, and they were open about it in elementary school, and people used to pick on them for liking Pokemon and Sonic, but I haven't seen them fucking with little kids for doing that or for liking Fortnite. Because they look like a bunch of angry boomers. Like, just a bunch of fucking angry baby boomers that just laugh at kids that listen to fucking Maroon 5 or the Chainsmokers while they say, oh, the Beatles was real music. Eric Clapton would destroy Coldplay and all that shit. They just look like a bunch of angry old men just laughing at the previous generation for all of this shit. Well, the new generation, I mean. So, I just don't really fucking understand that. Like, why everybody wants to say that Fortnite is bad because it's popular. Because they just try to come up with any excuse to justify justify bandwagon hating on this shit. Just doing anything they can to get an excuse to do so instead of just coming to terms and saying, I don't really care for this. I just don't like the fans because so-and-so. If you don't like the fans, or if you don't like a majority of the fans, then that's fine. Just don't try to do shit like that. Cause it's just completely childish. So to top this rant off, people really need to just stop bandwagon hating on shit just because it's a thing on the internet and just be themselves. Cause there's just no price on being yourself. Because if you wouldn't want somebody doing this shit to you, then don't do it to them. So this is the Ranting Marauder. If you like, subscribe, comment, and peace.